with another Woods report. Oh, I did not want to do another
But
Monique
we
video.
had to because the sister.
I said that I would come back.
Talking.
Contrary to what people believe, although the Monique videos are getting a lot of views, that's not why we're here.
I want to talk about
Y'all
Monique
have no idea. Y'all have no idea. Because of the fact that the whole purpose of the show, I really wanted to make people subscribe, be part of our family, and you come into our living room.
That we talk
yeah,
about.
you come in our living room, and whatever we talking about, that's what everybody's talking about. Now, can you imagine going to somebody's house, and every single time you go there, they talking about the same subject?
You wouldn't come over.
You would be like, why y'all keep talking about the same subject?
They just have you peeing on yourself when you do talk about it. Because they're like... My mom and they say the same stories over and over, talking about what happened with their dog and stuff, and we just kind of like this.
All right, so here we go. I guess we like two old people that keep telling the same story. Oh, baby, you remember the same story over and over again.
It's cold outside. What time?
All right, so here we go, Monique. But I did say if it was something to me that was major.
Isn't this? You think?
I think this is major.
Okay.
It wasn't the fact that her sister came at her comments. It was her brother who came underneath her sister's comment, the one that molested Monique, and he had something to say.
Right? Because we don't want to give false
He's the one that went on Oprah Winfrey. I know. God forbid if we give the wrong information. It
wasn't that brother.
Even though this isn't the 10 o'clock news, I put the disclaimer in there.
Yeah.
But apparently, he went on Oprah Winfrey show, and he did say and he also went to prison for 12 years for molesting somebody else,
but not her.
Molesting.
Ooh,
no.
So he's done it before.
So he's not. He's not.
He got to know to say something.
Well, that's why I'm coming back because it's so ridiculous.
Wow, the family is chiming in, but certain family members.
And here's the thing: you have to go back and look at our other videos. This is part 4. The first one, I didn't care.
That was the main news.
That was the main. That was the DL versus. I'm just doing this for people who just under a rock who just walked in and don't know. Mm-hmm. The first video was about DL Hughley and Monique. The whole thing about who is the headliner, who's not the headliner.
Promoted.
Monique went out on stage and pretty much
he had a hissy fit
supposedly, and then she went out on stage and really roasted him.
Yes.
Okay. I was saying that she should have spoke to him first before she went out on stage.
Yeah,
the same thing.
She angry.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. So, but I was still giving her props. Okay. I was still like, okay, if you got a legitimate argument, whatever.
Okay. And you used it as a joke.
Her husband being her manager, no promo or nothing should have went out without them looking at it. Yeah. He's not a good manager.
Make sure your wife, the PR about your wife is together.
Exactly. So that's one.
Whether she headlined or
and she won't fire him. I would have fired him. Ooh. If he was a regular guy.
How many people have fired their family members?
If he was a regular Beyonce, Usher, everybody. But they actually had good managers. Beyonce's father actually propelled her.
Michael Jackson.
What has Monique done since her husband's been managing her?
Well, you think whatever. It was the cause of her being blackballed and all
that? All the great things she did was before him. Ooh. But anyway, I digress.
Things that make you go.
So that was the first one.
Okay.
That she, whatever. Right. It's too much of him and her and baby and Dottie. Mm-hmm. The second video, I believe, was her bringing in DL's daughter. And I came back and I was upset because I felt like this is between you and your daughter. This is between you and him. So leave his daughter.
Use that as an example.
Because DL Hughley went on Sway's radio show and talked about how his daughter was molested when she was 13. Yeah. We've come to realize by another 13-year-old. Yeah. Years later, she told him about it. But he went on there to talk about it, not to bring up the fact that his daughter was molested.
Right,
it was just so parents, when your child comes to you and tells you something,
take that serious.
You need to investigate it and take it serious.
Look into it,
which makes sense on why Monique is so angry with him because she was being molested by her brother. She went to her mom and her parents and they didn't believe her. So she's taking
that triggered.
She's taking that anger. towards her parents, exactly, and putting it on him. Even though,
and that makes sense because a lot of people do that.
But even though that's not why he was on there talking about that, and it has nothing to do with the contract. Nothing. Then she comes out with her husband
because she was trying to use that trying to show his lack of integrity at that time.
That he's not a good person.
Yeah, here's an example, you guys.
Yes, that he's not a good person.
Not a good person.
And I felt like. Which his daughter came back and said,
the other daughter, right?
The older daughter,
not the one that was violated.
That there was a million things that you could have brought out about my dad, but leave my family out of it.
I got to list myself because he's not my favorite.
Lenore never liked DL Hughley, so we're not coming from a place.
Props. He's an intelligent man and he's funny.
I like DL Hughley. Lenore never really liked him.
I just,
but I'm just saying that because I don't want people to think, oh, y'all DL fans. No, she's not a DL fan at all.
But don't come at him like that.
And don't talk about his family.
Yeah.
So his daughter basically came and said, there's a million things that you could say about him.
I could have given her a list myself.
Exactly. Well, exactly. That you don't like him.
Monique, you need some.
Thank you.
Okay.
So with that being said, that video was more about. I was done with her. I called her a rhino head because Corey Holmcomb went in on her, and I gave.
Why was he so critical?
He don't like her. Monica is the type of person which DL Hughley said that will come and burn down the stage and then watch
that's the thing. I've never looked at her that way because
exactly.
I looked at her.
I always looked at her as a troublemaker. Though.
Not, you know what? I didn't think of her as a troublemaker until that black ball situation.
Right,
because you're thinking Academy has its problems, but can you promote the movie you're in?
But then she has a problem with everybody.
Yeah, the name started to build up.
Harvey, Whoopi Goldberg, Roland Martin, Charlamagne, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey.
The list kept adding. I was like.
And then I was listening to her on her and her husband called Tyler Perry.
Oh, Tyler.
And then they was recording him, and he didn't know he was being recorded. Ooh. But they knew they was recording him.
Yeah.
See, when you call somebody and they don't know they're being recorded,
so it's illegal.
And you're recording them, how do I know that what you're saying is the truth? You know you being recorded. He doesn't know he's being recorded. So you're going to spin that story whatever way you want.
I was told that there's certain states you can't do that.
Obviously, this one she was fine.
Okay with
whatever. Okay, so then that second video was more about me going after her. Okay. I was done with her. I was finished.
Part 3, right?
That was part 2.
2? Okay.
Part 3 was us in the car. When Monique actually had the nerve to come back, I thought she would come back and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought your family in it. No.
That was like, let me tell y'all why I did it.
She didn't apologize. No. She doubled down on it and pretty much told the girl, your father brought your sister up. That's why. Angela said, but she didn't have a problem with DL until his staff said something she felt was out of pocket. Exactly, Angela. Exactly. Everything Monique has a problem with is if it's her.
You said
I never see her.
Like a female Trump.
She's a female Trump. I never see her.
Now has trouble with his daughter.
I've never seen her fight on behalf of somebody else. I've never seen her. It's always babies. This is I'm doing this for the babies coming up behind me. You see what I'm saying?
Make sure they taken care of.
Exactly. Okay. So that's why I'm like, your battle is always our battle.
So the next
always.
So really, the next time we should hear her, even though her siblings have made comments now, is a public apology.
That's the next time that bonehead should say something.
Well,
I agree that
it's a different kind of head.
Angela said, I agree that she shouldn't have brought his family into it. Exactly.
You said rhino head.
I said I was gonna stop calling her. I'm gonna stop calling her rhino head because that's Corey's rocket head. I'll call her rocket head.
Don't say no kind of head.
All right, you're right.
We got big heads. Why would we talk about somebody else's head?
I have a big head.
Writing, you kind of your head big too.
I have a big head, and I feel like
she does.
This is the other thing. It's like white people telling. I know y'all say we go off on tangents, but follow me on this. Follow me down this rabbit hole for 1 second. It's like white people saying we can't tell black jokes.
Right.
No, you can't. We can tell black jokes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm fat. And I have a big head. So I can talk about her
big heads,
big giant head, and being fat. I feel like I can. Because I feel like I'm in the same boat. I hear the same joke she hear. I go through the same thing she goes through. So the gloves is off.
A fluffy girl.
Yes. So I feel like a black person telling a black joke, a fat person telling a fat. Now, if I was skinny and sitting here, you know, at size 5 and calling her a rhino head, and she's so fat and disgusting, then you guys would be upset because you'll be like,
always talking about
this skinny girl called her fat.
How dare you?
Exactly. Okay. So that's why I do it. Okay. And because I don't want to cuss, I don't want to call her a bee, a hoe, or nothing like that.
Really do that.
So I'd rather just say rhino head or something.
We just say make like animals or bucket head. I used to always say bucket head.
Darlene said y'all are cracking me up. Thanks, Darlene.
Because we don't want to say the name out of their names.
So with all that being said, I'm climbing out of the rabbit hole now because people comment. We hear all the comments. Trust me. People like, oh, you go viral, you get all these people to view. That's not always what it's cracked up to be. Because you don't hear the comments. I don't let her look at the comments because they will bother Lenore. I'm cool. I'm built for this. So I can, you know, I can watch comments and do all that all day.
Monique is built
to rare. Yeah. Well, yeah, never mind. Okay, so people think, oh, it's all cracked up. You got 30,000, 40,000, whatever views. With those come comments. So you hear the same comment 100 times over and over again. Yeah. How dare you talk about it, Monique? You two need to get your lives together. Why are you on here gossiping anyway? Oh! And it's like, shut! Why are you on my page? Why? And then this one lady was like,
you should do a show about the comments
and just black out their name so they don't say I should. I'm gonna start showing y'all the comments. Why are you talking about Monique? As all you do is get on here and gossip and talk about what people are talking about. That's all you comment about is what other people are doing.
Yeah.
You're on my page commenting about what I'm doing. And I'm commenting about what Monique is doing. How is that different?
I don't know what it is. I feel like
I hate people.
There's got to be somebody behind them twisting their arm and forcing
and
their
this one guy was like,
watch them.
And this one guy was like, he kept typing over and over, oh, I don't know why I'm here. Oh, it's a waste of my time. Oh, it's like, dude, I don't understand. If it's a waste of your time.
They just want to vent.
What are you doing?
They want to find a place to just air out how they feel.
All right, whatever.
And then we're the target. We're the dartboard. Bing.
Right. Which I don't care. I don't care. So I'm either, like I said, I'm either going to answer you back, I'm either going to ignore you, or I'm going to delete your comment.
Keep it moving.
Okay, now with all that being said, let's hurry up. We're 15 minutes into me doing a disclaimer. Okay. Let's talk about what Monique's sister.
Yeah.
Monique's sister is Millicent Imes. You could go on Facebook or IMES. Millicent IMES.
No, IMS.
IMES.
You're right. I'm sorry.
And her first name is Millicent.
Okay.
She is on Facebook. She
doesn't look like her.
Yeah, she's on
is she
Facebook.
Older than her? Do you know?
Yes, Monique is the youngest.
Okay.
She is on Facebook. She always posts when Monique does something stupid. She does post about it. And this time, people are talking about how her sister put a post on Facebook. It's public, so you could go see it. The problem that I have, not only do I have a problem with her sister.
Is it wrong because this is a sister?
Well, not only do I have a problem with her sister making public posts about Monique, I don't, because I feel like love covers. And she said, I love you. And I feel like love covers. If my sister did something, I would not be talking about it in public.
Or giving my opinion on
it. I would tell you.
Or telling you off in public.
Yeah, I would tell you. I wouldn't put my business out where everybody can see what you know what I'm saying? Because if I don't love you, the gloves is off.
Or disrespect.
If I don't love you
and respect you,
then I will blast you. It doesn't matter whether you my blood sister or not. But she said in the post she loves her.
Okay.
So to me, love covers. Love covers. But what really got my attention, and the reason why I'm coming back to do this video, it's not that her sister posted.
The other sibling of hers?
It's the brother who molested her.
Violated her.
Had the nerve to comment under the sister.
Doesn't even have a platform to say anything.
She gave him a platform.
Aside from, I'm sorry, baby sister. I'm sorry, baby girl.
We figured, let's do this. You know how in church, where the person, when they're in the pulpit, and you read the thing, and then I stop and say something.
So this is her post.
You read, like you reading the scripture, and then the pastor stop right there. And then he'll say something. That's how I'm going to see. I have not read this. I don't know what she's saying. Did you read this? You kind of tried to read it.
I tried to. Because you got on me for reading it in her voice. I was trying to make up a voice.
So go ahead. Read what her sister said.
Millicent is speaking.
Yes.
Enough is enough, my sister. Stop the madness. It's not a good look. God has shut you down before, and believe me, he will do it again.
See? All right, stop right there.
Okay.
That is how they do in church.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, she said God has shut you down before. So she must be talking about the whole thing with her being blackballed and calling Oprah Winfrey and them. You can suck my you-know-what to Oprah, Tyler, and to Lee Daniels.
She said that to them?
On her stage. You can suck my thing. And Steve Harvey didn't like that either. But anyway, who wants to, whatever. Okay, so that's what I think her sister's talking about.
Kiss mine.
And you was shut down. You couldn't get a job. Then 50 Cent reached out from somewhere and pulled your giant head back in and gave you a part on BNF. So now he's helping you. He's helping you get back on track.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Now, let's start by staying on topic. You, she had it in caps, are and have been displacing your anger on the wrong people.
She's saying what we basically said. Okay. You have a problem with our family, and you're putting it out everywhere else. Ooh, okay. You're not dealing with the issue that you have, which is our family. Ooh, go ahead.
Okay. Why don't
I don't know all this. This is my opinion. Okay, so I don't want you're speaking for Millicent in the comments. You're speaking for Millicent. How do you know Millicent really meant that when this is my opinion of what she's saying.
Post.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
You got to be clear. I don't want 1,000 comments about this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
She said, "Why don't you start, sister, with you?" All caps again.
Thank you.
And that begins with one digging deep and praying. Oh, she went to the prayer thing.
Now, if you don't know anything about her sister was on drugs for many years. Wow. Strung out on drugs.
I didn't know that.
I looked on her Facebook. Guys, just go to her Facebook, Millicent Imons. She has videos of her. I guess she was in some kind of program where she graduated from her drug program or whatever. And I also look at other people who say that she's helped them through you know.
Her testimony, her
she says she gives God the glory.
Helping others.
Yes.
Okay.
So in other words, she's telling her you need God.
Ooh, okay.
Go ahead. You need deliverance.
Go
ahead.
All do. Okay. When we pray and God hears us, caps, and He gives it back to us, it should say something to you. But in all caps, you chose to listen to the devil.
Okay.
All caps,
okay.
Who was once a fallen angel.
In other words, you're not following God and what He says.
Y'all know that's true.
You are following. The devil is messy. He's messy. God is not the author of confusion. That's what the Bible says.
Yes.
And everywhere Monique goes is confusion.
Because think about it.
So you obviously not following God.
Her fans need to understand that.
Some of her fans are idiots.
Well, this is seriously. I guess you don't even care about God anyway. So
no.
Maybe I don't know. Anyway,
that's confusion. Yeah. And that's not God.
Now she's saying the last sentence about that. Take heed and clean your house up because it's dirty.
Thank you.
All caps.
All right, keep going.
Keep going. Sis, you're coming with the same story over and over again. If nothing changes, nothing in caps changes in caps.
Thank you.
Your career.
In other words, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you came out before
doing what you're doing,
burning the stage down and burning bridges and calling people out in public
And
it didn't work for you.
Came out of that.
Obviously, it's not going to do it again. But Monique thinks she's righteous. And she has this thing in her mind that if you're righteous, people will listen to you and follow you. No, they won't. You can have all the right things that you're saying, but it's the way you say it and it's how you come off that people will not follow you, Monique. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Martin Luther King even had sense enough when they did the boycott. Rosa Parks was not the first person that they was going to put out in front of that. But he had sense enough to know that she was the right character, the right look, the right person that could spin this off and people would get behind her story. You got to learn that sometimes you can have a good story, but everybody not going to want to hear your story and listen to your story if it's not presented in a way that is palatable.
Right.
I don't understand why she don't get that. That's why I call her a rhino head.
Oh,
but go ahead.
You said Corey did though.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Now here people can have opinions about why her sister says this. Your career has been dead in the past. That's not right.
To me, go ahead, keep going.
And now it's about to come to life.
Yes.
All caps.
Yes.
And now you are killing it again.
Yes. We all agree with that. So keep going.
And now the plug is about to be pulled on you, and you, all capital letters, are about to be canceled. All caps.
Now this part I didn't like when her sister said this.
Wow.
Because to me it comes off with she's not rooting for her. That's how I did it. How do you know she's going to be canceled again? You don't know that. You can say, I hope you won't be canceled again. She said, you're about to be canceled again.
Well, maybe she's prophesying.
See, I don't like that. To me,
sister can be prophetically
well,
speaking.
I don't know. But to me, it comes off to me as a little jealous.
Oh, okay.
You and your big mouth is about to cancel you again.
Ooh.
See, I don't like that. I like somebody to come to me if you love me and say, you and your big mouth might get you canceled.
What does she mean by this? This time it's flatline.
What do you mean? Where did that come in after what?
She said, you are about to be canceled again. This time it's flatline.
Okay, you can do the other one. I do this one. No, you can do the other one. I talk this.
Oh, okay.
I think what she's saying, when she said, y'all see our water back there, I still got to do my thing on prepping. I still got to do my videos on prepping. That's why I don't want to keep doing this. I got so many other videos. But anyway, when she said flatline, I believe what she's saying is by you bringing in DL Hughley's daughter and the molestation and re-traumatizing his daughter again, I feel like this time you may not be able to come back like you was last time.
Ooh.
That's what I think she's saying, flatline.
Okay, she may not have nobody like
you may not. Whereas before, she did have some people in her corner.
Yeah.
But even on this one,
fans in her corner.
But even on this one, but even some of her fans even turned on this one. So go ahead.
They sit like Trump. Some
jump
the Trump ship going. He's going too far.
But he's still. But anyway, go ahead. We're not going on a rabbit hole. Go ahead.
Okay. I just can't take no more text messages or phone calls. So she must be calling her sister.
Okay. No. People are calling her sister and texting her sister.
Oh, about
her, about Monique.
Okay.
And so she's getting tired of people asking her, probably, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, because that's her sister.
That's her sister.
It's like if something
if I mess up or you mess up, people going to be like, what's going on with Kim? What's going on with Lenora? Oh. People asking you now, where's Kim? Where's Kim? Where's Kim? Because I don't go out no more. Where's Kim? Is Kim all right? Is Kim? So that's what she getting.
Lord.
She getting that.
Okay. At one time, the stage and the world was your oyster.
Monique was on fire. She was in movies.
We talked about that too. In phase 1, 2,
Her comedy was good. Nobody else was really doing the fat woman versus skinny woman thing. And
Precious
and she was in the movies, got the Oscar, all of that. She was on fire.
Still showing the Parkers.
Yeah.
Her whole reruns. Okay. What you're doing now is offensive to this family. Ooh. Our parents and your all cap siblings.
Because you keep bringing up, our parents thing again. Which I'll keep going. I'm gonna make a comment about that.
But all of a sudden, it's about you having to be right.
Exactly.
All caps. Good, bad.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Are indifferent, and now you are wrong. All caps. as 2 left feet shoes.
This
or 2 left shoes.
This debate with you and DL Hughley should have never brought in the fact about you being molested.
See how
it's snowball. So you brought up family drama
you opened
again.
Up everybody's family drama.
And you didn't have to do that.
Not just his, yours too.
If it was about molestation, then everybody would agree with you.
Yeah.
I'll bring in my own story of molestation, and if I don't care how that affects my family, it happened, and it happened to me. What does that contract or anything have to do with that? Now they family got to go through all this again because you brought it up.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. It's absolutely maddening to see you embarrass yourself like this, which at this time it's a reflection on the family,
right?
Your true biological family, not your made up family or your wife, but your siblings and our parents.
Okay, wife.
Is she being
obviously she calling her husband wife? Monique and them had an open relationship. I don't know what they got now, whatever. But Monique wanted to make it a point that Sydney didn't ask for the open relationship. She did. Because she wanted to continue to have sex with some dude that was not him.
Ooh.
And
was he okay with
for her husband to agree to an open relationship, he's a wife.
Well, maybe he's doing it too.
Well, no, not then. Later on, he said, well, you do realize that if you can sleep with other men, then I can sleep with another woman.
Did he talk like that?
Well, no. If you notice, that's my go-to voice for stupid. My comment people had that voice.
What you think of? I'm here for you, I'm here. I'm your wife for you.
And then she said, that's not what that means. That means that I'm the one that makes the money, and the one that makes the money is the one that says what goes down.
Wow.
That's pretty much what she said how she used to think.
Okay.
She said she don't think like that no more, but when she was talking about it back then, she said they've evolved. But that was in the beginning, and she said she felt she was making the money, just like if a man was making the money, he can make the decisions. Ooh. You know, and which in the truth, in the entertainment business, I told you this, in the entertainment business and in sports,
that's not right.
A lot of people have extramarital affairs, and the other spouse don't say nothing because they almost expect it because he's famous or she's famous. And it goes both ways. The women have affairs too.
And practice safe sex, or otherwise it'll be a Magic Johnson
so
situation.
She pretty much told him
home that should be right. House.
She pretty much told him, I'm making the money so I can make the rules. And he was saying that's not right. That's not right. So they changed. Apparently they don't do that no more.
Apparently she's still going back to the siblings, but your siblings and our parents, may they rest in peace, are turning over, she said, in heaven. All right, like hey, they went to heaven.
Well, she said her mom was saved.
She was a born again believer. Okay, and heaven on your earthy behavior. Although you did not show up to your father's or your mother's funeral.
She did not come to her. She didn't come to her mother's funeral, and she didn't come to her father's funeral.
Now the father, she didn't even come
to her. Right, she didn't even come to her mother's when her mother was sick. She never came to see her mother. And her sister, I believe her sister is angry that they had to deal with the 2 deaths of their parents.
I didn't know that.
And the sibling who's supposed to be helping people and black women didn't even show up or even reach out to her family.
I'm seeing a different light on this now.
Thank you.
When you hear about those things and those dynamics that happen in the family and those situations, you kind of think now, we can say that, but those of us who know spiritual.
Oh yeah.
There is some deep.
She got some deep hurt. And she hasn't
let
it
go to your mother's funeral.
Or even just call or see about her. Just whatever.
Monique, you are her. Come on, fans.
Yeah, go ahead.
One thing about the fans.
They'll say something about it,
If you are her fan.
They're not her fans.
No, if they are seriously her fans.
They're crazy.
Calling us names, talking about us. Anybody that dogs her out that you guys feel like, don't put your name on her. You better be interceding for her. You better be praying for her.
It's not like her mom.
This is a hurt woman.
It's not like her mother and her father molested her. then I can see.
What was it that said about cutting? If you cut yourself,
you bleed on others.
You bleed on others.
Oh no,
Dubai.
Nina. Sarah.
When you've been abused.
No, Sarah said when you having forgiveness.
When you having forgiveness.
And you walking around with an open womb and you're bleeding on others. That's what Monique is doing.
Oh, that's
and my thing is that sad. It's not like her mother and her father molested her. I can see you saying, I'm not going to go to your funeral or deal with you, and you molested me.
Yeah.
But they didn't believe her. And here's the thing, guys.
So she was really hurt.
They didn't believe her because it was their son. Is that hard for people? It's not like it's some stranger that she came and said,
your son and daughter,
this man molested me or raped me, and you didn't do nothing about it. Imagine y'all, because y'all have kids. Imagine one child coming and telling you that your other child is molesting them.
Mm-hmm. Will you quickly believe it and go, let's talk? Would you doubt first?
We know more now.
Is she picking this up from social media?
We know more now about trauma and mental illness and all these things. Mm-hmm. But think about when this happened. Monique is not 16 or 17 years old. So if this was happening while she was 7, that's a long time ago. And y'all know back in those days, especially an older black couple, they don't know nothing about, well, is this going to be traumatic or traumatized?
My child may be messed up.
They're not going to know. They're going to be like, I don't know. Maybe she thinking this or dreaming this or something. That's not possible.
Did she see this on something?
Yeah. Or even if they did think it. Y'all know back then, even now some people, families cover stuff.
They kept it secret.
We're going to keep it real, y'all.
They didn't say nothing.
We're going to have real talk and stuff in y'all family that y'all know.
That's a song that Steve
people would say,
in your closet.
Don't you ever tell nobody that this happened in our family or this happened.
Outside.
We sweep it under the rug.
Yes.
So that's not good enough to not go to their funeral and stuff.
Sad.
But keep going.
But she's saying here, I'm sure they forgave you because they know who their child used to be. I see you are making statements about other people's children. So where are yours?
Can somebody please answer me that? Monique's fans are always in the comment section, my comment section, saying, well, Monique has the right for this, and that. Can you please say in my comment section, where are her children?
Her son.
Where are her children? And what kind of relationship does she have with her children? If you so big on what DL Hughley is doing with his children, where are your children? And what are you doing? So that's my thing. It's like, what you bringing up family, where's your family? So that was my thing on that.
Wasn't there concerns with
her? How many times you going to be turning it oven on?
I didn't turn it off the first time. It wasn't really done.
All right, go ahead.
Again, clean your house up and you'll be set free.
Yes.
Exclamation points. LOL.
Uh-huh.
I have receipts. As your old bodyguard used to say.
Now, this is why I said she messy again. Why you whenever somebody talk about, remember I told you, we did another video
What's her
somewhere.
Motive?
Well, no, we did another video on keeping up with the Kardashians. Because y'all know we go down rabbit holes.
Right.
And I talked about how I watched the bodyguards, the people that do your hair, the housekeepers, all of that. Because they're the ones that got all the tea and all the secrets. And you make people sign
like
things.
That movie Butler.
You make people sign these non-disclosure things so that they can't say anything.
Exactly.
So, in other words, she's saying,
everything.
What does your bodyguard have to say? Ooh. In other words, your bodyguard probably knows everything about what I just asked you about. And I have receipts on that.
Let's play nice.
Clean your house up before you start putting everybody else's out. But I don't like that she was messy because she brought up the bodyguard. And why are you bringing up receipts? See, I don't like that. Ooh. When somebody say I have receipts, that means I got some on you. Ooh. And if I need to put it out, I will.
Monique from Housewives of Potomac,
she had her book of receipts.
Her book of receipts.
I got some on you. And if I need to put it out, I will.
I got proof.
So watch. Don't. In other words, I'm putting this statement out, but you bet not say nothing bad about me.
As you say.
Because I got receipts on you.
Because she said, let's play nice, as you say.
Let's play nice.
This is all
this
coming
family
from
is
a
all
place
over the place.
Of love.
No, it's not.
Coming from a place
See,
of love.
that's what I'm saying. It's not.
Sister, stop. Your biological sister, Millicent, love you to life and will be here for you always.
Now you see why Monique is nutty buddy? I told you.
That ain't right.
Because if your family dynamic is that way, then you have a certain mindset. If your own blood sister is telling you she has receipts on you, and if she needs to put them out, she will.
Okay, so
that's why she nutty buddy.
And her fans probably won't like that either.
Yeah.
So that's why I say the same thing.
Yeah, that's not right.
That's not
and I agree with her
you
family.
Cover your sister.
And her fans.
No matter
I
what she's done.
I agree with her
There
fans.
have been parents that said,
on that part, I agree with y'all.
I have heard parents even say, if my son or my daughter kills somebody,
yeah, they're not gonna say nothing.
And
they even have it.
Go to jail.
Do they still have where the wife don't testify against her husband in some states?
So. I'm thinking
because of that. Why would you testify?
My husband did kill her.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
Honey. He did kill her.
No, love covers, and anybody in criminal defense or whatever knows that. So they're not gonna bring in a sibling. Well, this family they can bring in and spill everything, but normally. They know I'm talking to a sister or brother. They're not going to tell me everything that I want to know.
One of the sermons that T.D. Jakes had preached, y'all can look it up, about if you think about it, those of you who read the Bible and understand the Bible, think about the family members and the brothers and sisters that have tried to kill each other.
Oh, yeah.
Cain and Abel.
Oh, yeah.
Joseph's brother.
Oh, yeah.
All throughout the Bible, you got some sibling rivalries.
But your family is your first.
You want it to be, but
your family is your first structure.
Oh, Lord.
Your family is your foundation.
Yeah,
and that's why we have a lot of people walking around nutty buddy because they don't have a strong foundation. They don't have a strong family. Family is everything, y'all. And if y'all don't get that part out of anything that we've been talking about with this series of Monique versus DL Hughley, then get that.
On another note, that can be debated in a sense.
What, that family is everything?
If you don't have family supporting you, look, you got to look at Joseph as an example.
Well, yeah.
You really need a foundation in faith.
I don't think that can be debated.
Brothers and sisters can be. There. Other people in that circle can help you I can tell you now. I got some friends who got their family members is really jealous of them, and they're not being lovable like you're saying. So they're depending on God for help. Like, Lord, help me. My siblings don't even like me. They're jealous of me. What do you say to those people?
What I'm saying
like her family, her sister doing this to her.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's debatable that the family is your structure and your foundation.
It should be in most cases.
It's not debatable. That is not debatable. What you can say is that once you find other things to try to fill that void, or to maybe other things have become your family, or maybe it's almost like getting rid of one bad habit and replacing it with another bad habit. You don't want to get rid of something without replacing it with something good, because there's a void there. So what Monique needs to do, she's never going to get back that family structure, because her mom and dad are passed on. Her brother molested her. Her older brother, she fired him as her manager. Her sister obviously got receipts on her, and they ain't even in no thing. Facebook. So she can't get that dynamic back. But what she can do is she can fill that void with something else. We already talked about she need to be delivered and have them spirits cast out of her. But other than that,
hopefully she'll see.
She needs to replace that with something. And it's not daddy.
No, you really wanted to talk about this man.
Her brother is Gerald Imus.
He made a comment,
and he's the one that molested Monique. He went on Oprah Winfrey show and said he did. So I don't want anybody saying allegedly.
What can he say?
First of all, he should have never even said anything public. Dude, you're the reason why she's the way she is right now.
Door at a young age.
You're the reason why she's acting the way she is right now.
The distrust, the dishonest.
So it's like somebody stabbing you and then complaining that you're bleeding on everybody.
God. Okay.
His comment. This is the reason why we came back and did part 4.
Okay, you want me to read
his comment is stabbing Monique.
That's like an analogy.
Okay. Stab, because you're right. He stabbed Monique. You're right. You're lying. You're saying he stabbed her. Okay, thank you.
Symbolic.
Okay. It's like, because people are stupid, nutty buddies. It's like him stabbing Monique watching her bleed on other people, and then asking her, why are you bleeding on everybody? You stabbed me.
Oh, man, shut up. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Let's
read this idiot. Now, he's a nutty buddy, cruddy ruddy.
Okay.
I didn't say that the sister was. I just said I don't think she's right in a good place.
She wasn't really showing the love.
Exactly. She should cover.
You know.
And all that again behind the scenes.
This
nutty buddy
said to her privately,
I have no sympathy for this dude.
Okay.
You're the one the reason why we got this, Monique.
His name is Gerald with the
Gerald.
G.
Go ahead. What did Gerald say?
He said, sis, though, this your big brother. Listen, now, I know you don't want to hear from matter of fact. I know you don't care even what I have to say.
Oh, my God.
But listen to this. Remember a conversation we once had. I mentioned you, but you...
First of all, you can't even talk. If you can't write, you can't speak.
I'm having trouble reading this right now.
Man, your big brother. And what you gonna listen to me now? Now what I'm saying is, I wouldn't listen to you either.
He can't even talk.
You can't even speak.
Okay, sorry, Gerald.
And you're writing. There's people who talk like that don't write like that. For you to write like that means your speaking is worse. It's worse than what you're writing.
Let me get to the part where I can understand. Let's see.
Just do.
I have to say, but listen to this. Remember a conversation we had? I mentioned you, your brother Steve took from nothing to where you are now by the grace of God with the vision you both had, being from the same place, made you great without no money or fame. You got there being humble. The word is humble. You have been banished once behind bull, S-H-I-T. Do you remember once, but...
You know how hard it is for me to sit and listen to this man.
But
go ahead.
Everybody wrong, and sometimes you may have even been right, but now, baby, it's time.
Okay, stop. Oh my God, this man makes me so upset.
Oh my God, he's the one.
You're calling her baby. You're calling her babe. You're saying, listen to your big brother, the same one.
Ooh, that violated you. Sexually violated.
Did you tell her to listen to you then when you was violating her? You don't think saying words like "listen to your big brother" and "baby" and "bae" and all this,
going like this.
You don't think that triggers something in her? You are worse than her because you're the one that stabbed her and watched her bleed on everybody.
Symbolically.
And then you had the nerve
symbolically
to ask her why she's bleeding and can't stop. Because of you
I'm not
bum.
It's good that you can understand what he's saying.
I understand stupid talk.
Okay, now she's saying,
go ahead.
He's saying, baby, it's time for you
baby again
to take a good look at self for all the. I'm gonna read exactly how he wrote it.
And I haven't read this.
Wrong.
I'm hearing it for the first time, just like y'all.
You have been
go
right.
Ahead.
RGT. But now, baby, it's time for you.
Every time I hear him say baby.
Take a good look at self for all the you know about the game you are in. You continue to play it wrong for all of them for whom help you get fame. You, S-H-I-T, on your family, your friends, you, S-H-I-T-T-E-D, on in Baltimore. And I am truly happy to see you get another shot, bae. However, just
why does he keep calling her bae and baby?
And can leave again, bae. You are no gangster. Nobody owes you, S-H-I-T. You get what you give. Maybe it's time for you to change managers. That's the only thing he said that was right.
Is that the end of that?
Love you always, G. Changing managers. Now, I can get an amen on that one, Kim. We always agreeing with that. There's something not right with that husband. Monique's husband. Something not right.
Okay, let me.
But that's the only thing I can see and understand that this man has said.
Let me calm
that
down
I can
for a
go.
second.
Okay.
I'm so ballistic right now about this man.
Okay, because for him to even say anything, you're saying
the fact that he would even comment on anything about Monique, you would think he would just slide into the abyss. Don't say nothing. And then he called her baby and bae throughout the whole thing. Mm-hmm. What is wrong with him? This family is.
And you said he went to prison
for molesting somebody else.
So he violated another person.
You don't think that you commenting, calling her baby and bae, is that where babies come from with her? Babies.
The family.
My baby.
Like, did she get that from the family?
The words that they use, the words that they sprinkle throughout their paragraphs.
There's different dynamics in our families, and how the sad thing about it, there are families that don't see nothing wrong with incest. Mm-hmm. Brother, sister. We look at, what's the movie?
I go back and forth with
Color Purple.
I go back and forth.
Woman ain't safe in the house full of men.
I go back and forth with Monique.
What do you mean?
The first video I told you I was impartial. The second video I was upset. I was angry. I was not happy. Mm-hmm. The third video I was livid.
Okay, what's this one now?
This one I feel sorry.
I told you.
Don't you feel sorry?
Yes. When you was telling me,
I almost feel bad about the other videos we did. Because now I understand why she's the way she is.
When you first
told
me,
for her.
And I know we've given our opinions and our updates regarding all the back and forth, and we all felt like it should have been handled differently. We all feel that way.
Oh my
It should have been
God.
handled differently. Oh, why you got to come at her family? And I kept telling you, hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. When you first told me about that incident, the very first time, because I don't really listen to a lot that's going on, for some reason I felt like I just began to pray for her because she's changing. When she was first blackballed, I was sad because I was like, this is a good actress. This is a good comedian. Queens of comedy. This woman got a gift. Oh my God. She has a gift. And I'm thinking, what is wrong? The hurt. And when I start reading about this, her sister saying this, and her brother,
that molested her
own kids, her husband, and how he's managing her. Oh, she's surrounded by mess. Lord, please deliver her, because she has a beautiful spirit. I really believe Monique has a good heart.
I do too.
I really believe that. She's just hurting. And I feel so bad for her. I got teary-eyed.
You did?
Yes. That second time when I was watching her and her husband doing the Instagram, and that noise went on.
The lawnmower.
That
was God trying to get her off there.
Monique, don't say no more. Don't say no more. Don't justify for this. Keep it quiet. Just do it privately. Do it privately. I was saying.
See, I didn't read this before. That's why I wanted to do it on air live.
This is your first time hearing this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And hearing you read her sister and reading what her brother said.
Yeah. That family, the dynamics of that family. Who's to say her mom and dad, like you saying, they hurt her? Why would I go to their funeral?
No, but that's still, you got to let that go.
No, I'm just saying, no, we got to understand. The housewife of Dubai, what's her name? Ayana? Mm-hmm. Ayana said, I can't forgive him. Her dad was very abusive to her. Some people have a hard time forgiving that. That's hard to forgive and let go. That's mom didn't listen to you. Dad didn't believe you. Brother did this. Sister saying that. That's deeper scars that she's holding on. Ooh, my family. Yeah. I don't know. All we can do is just pray and just believe that God will help her be healed and her family.
Well, that I don't even know what to say.
But this is your first time hearing his comment. He can't hardly talk.
He's horrible.
He don't need to say anything.
And he called her baby and bae throughout the whole
thing.
And then listen to your big brother.
Would she ever listen to you?
And he was apparently, I watched Sweet Pea Diaries. I'm gonna put her in the thing.
Okay.
You guys should go to her channel because she did a couple of videos on Monique. She did a documentary on Monique. She's done a lot of research on Monique. So some of this information that I have, I got it from listening to Sweet Pea's Diaries.
Okay.
And he's 10 years, I believe. I hope I'm not getting this wrong, Sweet Pea, if she's listening. I believe that he's 10 years older than her, than Monique.
Okay.
So when he was molesting her at 7, he was 17.
Ooh, teenager.
And it went on till she was like 11, I believe. So he was older.
But you know what?
He was too old to be making comments. It would be different, and it doesn't change anything.
It doesn't.
But it would be different if she was 7 and he was like 8 or something. Or 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, they both was kids doing stuff and they not supposed to.
Yeah,
but he was older than her.
Yeah, so he knew.
And he took advantage of, how do we know that the older sister, and I don't know, might have had some issues too. Yeah. And that sent her into a whole drug thing. Yeah. But she's released it, obviously. She looks like she's released it, and she's moved on, you know, and forgiven her brother or her sibling and her mom and her dad, and they don't understand why Monique can't do it.
Oh, okay.
But
and then too, that's why I always see when people have gone through some things, their testimony is to hopefully help somebody else.
Right. But although I feel sorry, I'm sorry. Judgment is judgment. And you can be hurt. It does not give you the reason to hurt other people. You had no reason to bring in DL Hughley's daughter and re-victimize her again. You have because no reason. You're hurting. You want his family to hurt. I don't care. It's a lot of people sitting in jail right now who didn't have circumstances that led you up that way. You didn't have the right guidance, but you're not gonna get me bleeding heart. So
that's a hard one.
All right,
because those of us who are, you know, who I'm thinking of somebody like Joyce Myers, who talks her testimony. She was molested by her dad.
You go back to Joyce Myers because this thing was off. Go ahead.
Joyce Myers has shared her testimony. She said she didn't forgive right away.
Right, it took her time.
It took her time to forgive her. Now think about your dad molesting you.
I know.
Your father.
All right.
So
this is 50-some minutes. So,
but it's a good one because you read what the brother and the sister
needs
said.
to apologize to DL Hughley's family. And I don't even, with this whole thing with her family, I don't even know what to say with that other than prayer. That's the only thing you can do with this family. Yeah. You see people's commenting under her thing, prayer works.
But people did agree with him about the manager.
People saying prayer. Of course, we all agree with getting rid of the manager. Even that idiot Stevie Wonder can see that. It doesn't mean, I'll take it back about her getting rid of him as a husband, but he definitely is not a good manager because she should have seen all the promotion that went out for that last thing before it went out.
Would have been avoided.
So he's not a good manager. I'm sorry.
Said, no, my wife is.
And she know darn well if he was anybody else not sleeping with her, she would have fired him from that. So anyway, all right, y'all, we good. Right. You got anything else?
No,
it's draining. It's draining.
I know.
Okay, all right.
But hopefully
I did it because y'all wanted to. I'm also hearing people in the comments say, can y'all do a show on the January 6th thing with the treason and the people? Maybe. I don't know. Probably. Maybe do a spin on it. Maybe make it a little humorous. I don't know. How humorous can you be with somebody kicking in a door to the Capitol? But we'll see.
I said put afros
on them. We'll see.
If they had afros.
All right, here we go.
And braids, they'd be treated much different.
They would have been shot. They would have been shot at the rally. They would have been. That's it. We'll do a show.
Underneath
the rally, they would have shot them in the rally.
While they were talking.
As soon as they would have said we're going to march on the Capitol, they would have gunned them all down at the rally.
The moment that 4 of them came together, any kind of groups, they would have just
No, the minute they said it's going to march. Because at the rally, they said we're going to march over there. We're going to march over. If that was a black rally, we're going to march over the Capitol. They would have shot them down. They wouldn't even got down the street. You ain't marching nowhere, Negroes.
Nope.
You'll stay right in that park with that person talking on stage.
Would have been injured that day.
You ain't even lucky we let y'all gather together. Now get out of here. This was the 60s. It'd be dogs and everything running out right here.
Water.
All right, never mind. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe. I don't know. Put a spin on it. All right, y'all. We're done, right? Okay. All right, y'all. That was another Woods Report. See y'all later. Lord Jesus.